winning.
Skip, I think I'm going to take the Nets in a very close ball game. Brooklyn knows if they don't win this game, it's over. The likelihood of them coming back, considering how they have played and how difficult they've made it on themselves, the likelihood of them winning the next 4 games is not very good. Can KD continue to struggle, shoot this bad? But it's not all him, Skip. Now, I think sometimes because KD is such a prolific scorer, and we understand and recognize and give him credit for who and what he is, the Boston Celtics defense has been sensational. They're not allowing him to play one-on-one. They're contesting every shot, and it's normally being contested by multiple players. We don't normally see that, Skip. A lot of times you're like, okay, he gonna get his. No, they said no, he's not gonna get his because he get his, and then Kyrie get his, and all of a sudden they got 90 points between them, and we're gonna lose this ball game.
Yep.
But Brooklyn's playing right into their hands because their offense is, okay, Kyrie, it's your turn. You get 3 possessions. Okay, KD, now you got 4 possessions. So everything is isolation, which makes it easy for the Boston Celtics to say, okay, as soon as he get close, let's go trap him. Let's go jet him, make him give the ball up because we don't believe their others can beat us. We know what those 2 guys are capable of. But it's just hard for me to see a scenario in which KD and Kyrie lose 3 consecutive games. Now, I understand Kyrie is in his home going to get some home cooking. The fans are going to be on his side. No more of the jeering that he went through at Boston. But I don't know, Skip. He didn't look like the same Kyrie in Game 2 as he did in Game 1. Nope. He didn't look as engaged.
He did not.
And I don't know because, the guy pointed at his clock and he went and got some food in his system. Maybe he was a little lethargic. Maybe he was a little weak.
Yep.
Maybe he'll do a better job of fueling up before eating before the sun comes up.
As you know, low blood sugar. And it can really drag you down.
It really does make you really lethargic, and all you want to do is go lay down and take a nap. But, Skip, KD and Kyrie are going to have the series. Going to have the game of their lives. Because I get it, role players play better at home. The crowd's in their favor. But I just do not believe if KD and Kyrie are not more efficient and they don't play better than what they played. Kyrie was sensational first game, but it's KD. We got to put this one on KD.
Thank you.
KD.
Agreed.
He can't be 4 of 17. He can't be 9 of 24.
No.
He's too good. He's too efficient. But Jalen, the job that Jason Tatum is doing might be one of the best jobs that you'll see. A guy that's known for a score, he says, you know what, I'm willing to sacrifice some of my scoring in order to exert a lot of energy trying to deal with him. And once he puts that ball on the floor, if he ever turns his back, KD, stop turning your back. Because the moment you turn your back, somebody's coming to pick your pockets on the other side. I'm going to take the Nets in a close ball game. It's either now or never, Skip. It's either now or never.
Very smart points, and now I realize where you get your smartness from because you shared yesterday with me because I was choking over here because of Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
You shared your smart water. That's where you get your smartness from. It's got smarts in it, right?
Yeah.
I got to get me some of that.
Yeah, you got no
Diet Dew doesn't have any smart in it. It just has caffeine.
That'd have been burning going down, so you'd have been coughing even more.
I probably would have. Okay. Would I, as the biggest Kevin Durant fan on this planet, would I be shocked if Kevin and Kyrie suddenly said, not in our house, and won a couple of games and made this a series going back to Game 5 in Boston? I would not be shocked. But I remain shell-shocked by what I saw in Games 1 and 2. Mr. Sharp, did you see any shred of evidence in Games 1 and 2 that it will be that different in Game 3? Because I did not.
No.
To your point on Jason Tatum, obviously he's had a lot of help, but what I do love about him is what I haven't always loved about Jason Tatum. He does not have what I call superstar intangibles because he doesn't have a superstar ego about him.
Right.
He's a really good kid to me. Humble, maybe to a fault, where he is very willing. If Ime says, hey, I need you on this end more than I need you on that end. I need you to get up into him and play physical with him and match move for move because you've got the length and he's certainly got the desire to just mirror him.
Right.
Just match him. If the ball's going up, just slap it. Anticipate every little move, every little trick. He has been all over him.
He has.
He blocked his shot twice. I said, that's impossible. Didn't we always say the one thing about KD, he's a 7-foot monster, he can just rise up and he shoots it so far up, it's like beyond Larry Bird. Larry used to shoot it way up over his head. Well, KD shoots it so much higher than Larry Bird, nobody can block. He did.
Twice.
He got him twice.
He did.
Okay, so the number just jumps off the page at me. In games 1 and 2, albeit in Boston, Kevin Durant shot 31.7% from the floor.
Yeah.
That's 13 of 41. They're all over him. They're beating him up. They're playing football, basketball. They're bullying him.
Right.
They are overwhelming him. They are overmatching him with physicality and desire, the likes of which he has never experienced. Okay, do I trust Steve Nash to come up with a genius strategic change where we all say, aha, there he is?
Right.
I do not. I will say this. I believe right now Kevin Durant is missing Golden State, missing Steve Kerr, missing share the ball.
Right.
Because the one thing he got to experience in Golden State is what he didn't have with Russ all those 9 years in Oklahoma City because they were just Kyrie and KD.
Right.
Your turn or my turn. Unfortunately, Kyrie will defer more to KD than Russ would because Russ is dribbling the ball up the floor saying, sorry,
I'm a
it's my turn.
superstar too.
Yeah, I'm actually better than you. In my head, I'm better than you are. So I'm going to shoot more shots than you. It's my turn. It's my turn.
Well, Skip, it was hard to double team KD because the ball's moving and you got two other great shooters over there, Steph and Clay.
Plus, they do move the basketball, and it is beautiful basketball.
Yes.
Because they'll say, Kevin, if you just run off a pick or let somebody come run to you and pick for you, and then you curl off the pick, we'll get you the basketball.
Right.
And you'll have your 15-footer. You'll just go right up and shoot it, and you'll nail it.
Right.
And we'll make sure because we're all moving. We're all moving and sharing. And it's fun to play that way because Kevin wants to play that way, and now he's back to iso ball. And, man, it's just hard on my eyes. It's hard to watch Kevin get this pass way up over his head out by the bench, right?
But here's the thing, though, Skip. When you play that style of ball, the systems get more credit than you.
Yeah.
See, now all of a sudden it's the ball movement.
I buy that. I got it.
In Brooklyn, Skip, what is it? It's ISO. It's one-on-one. There's not a better one-on-one player than Kevin Durant. He's 7 foot tall.
Kyrie.
Thank you. So now, ain't nobody running no plays. Ain't nobody back picking. Okay, it's my turn, Kyrie. Give me the ball over here in 17 feet and let me turn around and do something with it.
Okay. They are 4-point favorites tomorrow evening. 4-point favorites. That's a reputation spread to me because it's not a stat spread because I can't sell it.
Right.
He's in the second half of games, Kevin Durant in games 1 and 2, 7 of 24. That's 29.2%. Second half, he's 1 of 5 from 3. He's a minus 30. Okay, so back to the question at hand. No, I just don't think Brooklyn can win this game. I don't because Boston, and by the way, we talk about is Ben Simmons coming back? It sounds to me like Robert Williams just might come back. He's traveling with the team.
Right.
He may be back.
Before Ben Simmons?
Well, he just might be. And will he make them even a little better on defense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, sure he will. Al Horford has played big.
He
man.
played unbelievable. I skip all the guys. I mean, they bought in. Even Daniel Tyson, he's not the greatest. He's not the most athletic. But anytime Kevin Durant gets close, he's challenging everything.
Yeah, he's just strong.
Yeah.
And he's a linebacker.
But here's the thing, Skip. This is what Boston's hoping. Let's get the ball game to the fourth quarter. Let's get it late into the ball game. We know because they're going to have to play Seth. They're going to have to play Dragic. They're going to have to play Patty, or they're going to have to play Kyrie. Two of those guys are going to have to play. Now, we're going to have an advantage because somebody's going to have to guard Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, or Jaylen Brown. Now, who you taking? Now, who do you want? You want to put Seth Curry on? Who you want to put him on? Because we're going to take him down in the paint. Who you going to put Dragic on? Who you going to put Kyrie on, Skip? That's the problem that you guys have is that you guys can't defend. I mean, you get a stop here or there. But when you absolutely, because you mentioned in the game 1, what did they get? They got 5, 6 straight layups. Not no jumpers, layup at the basket.
Down the stretch.
Yes.
Yep.
And so, again, when you're that small and you got KD, and basically you're playing KD and Bruce Brown, those are your big guys. Really? Where's your rim protection? I'm going to the paint. I'm taking Kyrie, I'm taking one of those guards, and I'm going to the bucket.
Will we see a LaMarcus Aldridge sighting? Will we see Blake Griffin come off the bench?
Does he even travel? Does he even dress?
He dresses. He sits.
Yeah.
He claps. Right? He's a good guy. He hangs in there.
Right.
No. And yet, in the end, what did Kyrie say before all this started? We don't really need a coach.
Yes, you do.
We don't. Yes, you do. Now you need a coach.
Yes.
Now you need some strategic change because the most beautiful thing about NBA basketball, and I've been covering it since the middle 70s, is you can flip the script like crazy, especially when you change venues and go back to your place.
Right.
Again, Carl Anthony last night is saying, we in Minnesota now. Well, you were for a while, and then you were for a while again, but then you weren't. But these things can just flip on their heads.
Right.
When you least expect it, it can look completely different. But I don't expect that to happen because I'm not sure about the mentality in Brooklyn of the two superstars, the most dynamic duo
Yeah,
ever.
and Skip, it's not like they have that, like Brooklyn have this home court advantage, like the old Garden,
No.
like the old Forum, like some of those old arenas, Skip. They're a relative new team.
Okay.
So I don't see the home
So
court,
what
the
did I
great home
hear
court advantage.
2 weeks ago from Kevin Durant? It scared me, at least it concerned me, because he said, at this point in my career, I'm not prioritizing winning. I just love to play basketball, and I love to work hard at trying to perfect my skills. I got it. But are you driven to win these games? Probably not. Are you losing sleep when you lose these games? I do not think so.
Skip, KD know what's being said. You got those championships with Golden State.
Okay.
You have won nothing outside of the Bay Area.
But he was the MVP.
He was.
And you were the first to say they needed him.
Right.
And he knows that.
And they knew he needed them.
Okay.
He had to go something, Skip. You can't leave OKC and not go to a place where you can get a title. LeBron could because LeBron already had 3 titles. Kevin Durant had to go leave. When he left OKC, Skip, that's why he could go to Brooklyn. Let's just say for the sake of argument, he goes to Golden State and they don't win. Can he go to some place like Brooklyn where they really don't have a chance of winning? You got to go load up because that's Kevin Durant. People already said, Skip, he's a top 10 player, top 15 at worst.
Yep.
So he had to go to Golden State. They needed him. He needed them, and it was a perfect match. Probably would have went 3 for 3 had he not got injured. Clay got injured.
I would agree.
But Skip, it is easy for you to say, well, you know what?